So let's first, we'll set the tone here a little bit. I'm 41. I've been divorced for almost 10 years. I have a great career. I have my own house. I have a nice car. I do pretty well for myself, right? Why is it so hard to find a guy?
You just described yourself as a man.
That guy was one of probably the nicest guys I've ever been on a date with. He touched me a couple times. He asked me about my dog and I started crying, and he like grabbed my hand, and that felt really nice. I felt kind of comforted by him, and I felt like I was in the presence of a really quality person, but I just didn't feel any romantic spark. We had this nice hug at the end. It was like, yeah, it was just a really nice hug. I was like, oh, I needed a hug. I think I'm in my luteal phase, because there was another time, I can't remember what we were talking about, and I almost started crying again, sitting there talking to him. I was able to keep it in because I didn't want to make him feel like I'm a crazy crying lady, even though I probably am a crazy crying lady. So I think I must be in my luteal phase. I don't really know what that means, to be honest, but that's what people say on my videos when I'm crying. They say, oh, you're in your luteal. Well, the men say, oh, who's this crazy bitch? Run, red flags. And the women say, oh, this is so relatable. You must be in your luteal phase. I have 2 more dates coming up this week, I think. Maybe something good will happen.
So on Sunday night, I matched with a guy on Hinge. We had a phone call on Monday, and the phone call was good. He was very entrepreneurial, so he had a really high masculine energy. And I felt that I matched his energy, which upon reflection after the phone call, I don't think was a good thing. I got into my masculine energy. Like, I run a construction company, okay? So I need to be on site with trades, thinking on my feet, talking about plumbing, so I can get into my masculine energy really quickly. I don't want to be in my masculine energy. Anyway, I've not heard from him. He did say he was going to call me back. He did say, let's have a date on Wednesday. And he did say that he would call me, but I haven't heard. So I think upon reflection, it was because I think I matched his energy too much. And that can be a little off-putting.
If you're on dating apps, you need to immediately weed out the types of guys that you don't want. In life, knowing what you don't want is more important than knowing what you do want. And I think you should use prompts in the right way. For example, first round is on me. If you never want to see me again, this is a very triggering answer. I know it's a triggering answer because guys, broke guys, have sent me nasty replies to that. And I'm like, good, now I know who you are. Get the fuck away from me. And the ones who read this who are like, oh my God, she doesn't go 50-50, or she wouldn't pay for my drink. Like, okay, princess, get the fuck out of here. Good. Don't like me. I don't want you to. That's why I put that there. But then the ones that do, and we match and we go out on dates, every single one of them is a gentleman. They pay for everything. They have money. They're successful. Some I like, some I don't. However, these prompts weed out the brokes. That's just how it is. So don't waste your time and get really, really, really specific and really, really think about what you don't want in a partner. And then that needs to be translated in your profile.
And the guy she does like just uses her to bust her cheeks and never commit to her.
Of course!
I just want to put this out there, ladies. If you're dating a man and you meet him and he's got some woman's kids, who are his kids, obviously, and he's like, oh, she's crazy. Yeah, I took the kids because she's so crazy. Do your research. Do your research properly into that woman. Do your research. Don't trust these people that go around saying, oh yeah, I took the kids off of my ex because of this, that and the other. Do real research. Real research. Because a lot of people take children or stop their exes seeing their children because they don't like something, or because they didn't want to be with them, or because they've had loads of issues. That's not the real reason. That's not a good enough reason. The reason should be that the children are in danger. If the children are not in danger and the parents not horrible and abusive to the children, then why the fuck would you be keeping those children from that parent when they both want to see each other? Why would you try and replace a child's parent with a new partner and not let the partner see the children? You're going to replace the children, replace the children's mum, and not let the mum see the children even though she's begging. Don't believe a man that does that. The woman's not crazy. The man is an abuser. Simple. Straight facts. Straight facts. I mean, my situation, if you're watching, yeah? All I wanted was babies. It didn't go right and he's taken them and now I've got to sit here and live with the fact that another woman's now got my children and I don't want that. I want my children. I want to see them. Anything.
For a man to be given custody, the mother has to be uninterested, not have enough money to support the children, or be unfit to take care of them. Women rarely lose access to their children unless the children are at risk with the mother.
It's true. That is true.
The fact she was trying to compete with him tells you exactly what the future will be like if a guy decides to get into a relationship with her. Instead of working together and encouraging each other, she wants to compete with her man and drive him up the wall.
She's crazy.
These are the types of options we have in terms of dating. Did you notice the guys were calling her out as crazy and the women were saying it was relatable? This proves there are lots of women out there like her.
Bitches be crazy.
Real men of genius.